Hey man, welcome back to another episode of Poor Boys Got Poor Ways. Wait, that's not right. Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, we have got a new little toy here. I was having some real issues with the O2O after that last video. I got it to run, it was running good, and then I went to start it back up, and it was pull. And I saw some sparking, like inside. I was looking down at the high-low adjustments, and there was like sparks. So, I don't know. It needs more work. It seemed like it was not getting gas or maybe too much gas. I don't know. It just needs work. So what does the guy do? Goes on the market space there and finds the cheapest top handle he can possibly find. It's a CS330T. Did a little looking online, and it seems like a pretty decent saw. Of course, this one doesn't run and needs work, right? So, anyway, talking to the guy, he said he put an aftermarket carb on it. He doesn't really know what's going on with it. He tried to adjust the high and low, and he got out of sorts, and, you know, now it's just kind of whatever. But it runs. It starts. It feels like it's got really good compression. It's just... It just has that bog. When you give it gas, it doesn't seem like there's any gas there, in my, humble opinion. But we're going to dig into it here, see what you can do about fixing your cheapo saw you got off on the line. And we'll look at this one more, a little bit closer, and kind of see what's wrong with it. So let's jump into it. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, let's start off just with doing kind of a... Oh, great. That's awesome. Alright, so first time dealing with an Echo myself. And I mean, the differences between the modern day top handle and, the top handle from the 60s, 70s like I'm used to, the differences are obvious. You've got all of this plastic. I mean, just everything on the thing is just plastic, right? So here's the aftermarket carb the guy had on here, and I noticed right away, first thing, it's got a vacuum line that's not hooked up here on the bottom. And I don't know if this carb specifically is supposed to have something there or not, but we'll I don't know. We'll see. We'll do it right away. I'm thinking these are not standard. These are 11 millimeter. If you would, please comment below. Is 11 millimeter standard on these Echoes, and do I need to get a new scrunch that encompasses 11 millimeter, or is this something that's kind of aftermarket and shouldn't be on there? Decent looking little bar. Rolls good on the end of it there. Yeah, this is completely wore out, or almost completely wore out down in here. Clutch seems to work good. Let's get this all sprayed out and get this sprayed out here. Alright, before we get too far into it, I want to take the guy at his word to some extent here. He said it was running, and it was running well before he went to adjusting these. So, we are going to start off by just turning them all the way in and seeing where we're actually set at. So there's a half. Okay, so not even 3/4 or 3/4 thereabouts on the low. So let's just turn that out a full turn and a half and see where we're at. 1.5, and then on the high side we'll do the same. We'll start at 1.5 and just get a sense of where we're at here. So there is 1.5. Now also with our throttle, we'll turn that out. Okay, we've got about a full turn in on the throttle there. do some plastic cosmetic touch-up while we're in here. Okay, but now, alright, so now we're turning the half out on both sides. Let's see if it's, it may just start. But we're running. I wish they were all that easy. Well, I've got a little burn pile here I was getting ready to burn, and we'll... Sounds like we might be out of gas. Okay, hopefully I didn't do too much damage running it there. I found out why it wasn't working correctly, and that was because somebody had put this gasket on there and put some gasket glue gunk stuff on there, and it's got its vacuum right here, and this gasket was actually just covering that right up. I don't know how well you can see there, but that's where we're getting our vacuum to fill our bowl, and this was just completely covering it up. So let's see if let's see, this is Huang Yang brand. I don't know if this is even the right one, but what we can do is line it up here and see, and yeah, sure enough, it's got its vacuum intake right here on the side, which lines right up with that. So I think I just have to drop that gasket, put this on there, and we should be good to go. Let's see, before we go adjusting our carb anymore, let's get it in a running state here, how it would be with our tank on there. See how it cuts now. Yeah, so that sound, as this thing was just dying out, that was starving for fuel sound. And Alright, so let's recap here. Here's the saw that I just got done doing a bunch of stuff to. And apparently there's nothing wrong with it, so I don't know. Anyways, I went out and got the cheapest top handle I could find on Market Space there, and here's how it goes. I don't know, which one do you think sounds better? For me, the plastic just isn't doing it. If at all possible, even though the lack of spare parts for this is pretty apparent, God, this thing runs so good when it wants to, I guess. I fought this thing for 8 hours yesterday. Couldn't figure it out. Maybe it was spraying everything down with engine degrease and it was arcing out somewhere over that. I don't know. It seems like that's maybe what happened. That engine degrease evaporated off of there, and now we're getting good, consistent spark. I was just chasing ghosts on it, and but man, is it running spectacular now! It's got a little bit of richness coming from the exhaust there, but yeah, I don't ever see something like this being able to compare to the old school metal, case and easy to assemble, disassemble kind, maybe, I don't know. I haven't been into this one yet to compare though either, so. Anyways, if you're looking to get a top handle saw, you can. They're out there, you just got to be looking. This one wasn't on Marketplace for more than, it was listed yesterday. It was listed the same day that I was having all the problems with this one. Sat down after a hard day's work, thinking things over, and went on there, saw this one, $100, and it was late, and I was like, I can't make it over there tonight anyway. Messaged him first thing in the morning, said, hey, is the saw still for sale, and does it have compression? He's like, yeah, it's got good compression. I put a new carb on there when it quit running right, and hasn't ran right since, basically, and honest guy, he just had the gasket in the wrong spot. It wasn't priming the bowl, because it didn't have the vacuum connected. It was blocked. So, anyways, I guess now I got two good saws. Which ones should I keep? You know what my vote is. Metal. Alright, man, get out there and have me some man time, too.